Peace, peace. What's happening? What's the word? How everybody living? How everybody feeling on this wonderful Friday? Hopefully y'all got about 30, 45 minutes to tap in with the kid, man. I'm short on time, but I'm still about to get this build off my chest. But before I begin the build, let me know how y'all living and feeling on this wonderful Friday, man. Talk to me before I start talking to y'all. Give y'all about 3 to 5 minutes to tap in with the kid. Let me know what's the word, how we living, how we feeling, how we holding up on this wonderful Friday. Y'all see the subject matter, man. We tapping in with forgiveness. This is a kind of a difficult subject for a lot of people, but we gonna tap in, man. Hopefully, y'all reach some conclusions within your own lives with this build. What we got? Patrick, peace. What's happening? Lindell, peace, peace. What's happening? What's the word? How my good brothers living? How my good brothers feeling? What's happening? How this Friday treating us? What's the word? We tapped in. We ready to build. Tapped in, ready to build. Hopefully this Friday treating y'all good, man. Hopefully y'all being healthy, being productive, being efficient, all that good stuff, man. Getting some work done, man. Staying productive out here, man. Building. How we feeling? How we living and feeling on this wonderful Friday, man. Tap in with the kid before we start. Before we start this build, man. Y'all see that subject matter, man. We see the subject matter. CC, peace. What's happening, my good sister? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? How we living, how we feeling, man. Y'all let me know something. What they say. Tell me something good. Tell me something good. Tell me something positive. What's happening? Tell me something good, man. We striving for some good energy around here. Clocks in. Peace, peace. Yeah, I actually had just saw that. Yeah, I just saw that probably about an hour ago. Definitely rest in power for sure. Shakir RG3, what's happening? Peace. Peace to everybody tapping in. What's happening? What's the word? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling on this wonderful Friday? We got a little rain over these ways, but it's all good. We still tapped in, still getting work done. See, there we go. You say, hey, living and loving good out here. There we go. That's the way to be. That's the way to be. Living good. Life is good, man. We breathing. We able to see. We able to read. We able to feel. We able to touch. Whatever. Find something to be thankful for, man. Find something to be thankful for. It's a lot that you could be thankful for. Instead of, you know, focusing on all these things to complain about, focus on some things to express gratitude towards. That's what we got to start doing, man. Gratitude, being thankful. You got way more to be thankful for than you had to complain about. And that's just a fact. That's a fact, man. When you really start thinking about it, man, it's a lot of things that you overlook on a daily basis that you had to be thankful for, that you never express gratitude for and towards. How often do y'all wake up and y'all just thankful that you're breathing? A lot of people we bypass that because it happens so naturally and automatic. You know, automatic. It's automatic. We just breathing, man. But hey, take time out to be thankful for that. Clocks in. Hey, there we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's tap in. Gratitude, man, it's a lost art. We like to express gratitude and thanks when somebody else does something for us. But nah, we need to start expressing gratitude and thanks just for our everyday functioning, our everyday functions. Breathing, being able to move your limbs, all this, like being able to think properly. I see a lot of people with a lot of loose screws. So being able to have a healthy, functioning mind, be thankful for that. Because some people don't have that. Some people don't have healthy functioning minds. So be thankful that you have that. You got both your arms. Some people don't have that. Some people are missing an arm. Some people are missing both. Again, be thankful for these things. These things that you overlook on a daily basis and you take them for granted. You take them for granted. I see it all the time being in the fitness space. We take our body parts and our limbs and things like that for granted until we have an injury. Then you didn't realize how much you needed that body part. You didn't hurt your thumb. You didn't realize how important the thumb was until you hurt it. So we gotta stop. We gotta stop doing that, man. Just be thankful, be grateful, for sure, for real. Gratitude, man. That's the best attitude to have. Is one of gratitude, for real. Yo, whatever platform, whatever you using to watch this on or listen to this on, be thankful that you had the ability to do that. Just be thankful, man, for real. Because within a split second, all this can be taken away from you, and that's a fact. Split second. That's all it takes. Split second. It don't take an hour. It don't take years. It don't take a day. It just takes, all it needs is a split second for everything to be taken away from you. So again, be grateful. Be thankful. RG3, man, that's what we do. Celebrate the wins. Celebrate the wins, man. Hey, listen. I celebrate the wins. I celebrate the losses. I celebrate everything. I just celebrate life, man. You know, I celebrate life. Because even with the loss, guess what? I'm going to learn something. So I still win at the end of the day. So I celebrate everything. Because everything is a win to me. I win regardless. No matter what the outcome is, I win. That's how I look at life. No matter what the outcome is, I win. It just don't matter. I don't care what happens. I win in some way, shape, or form. You know, because I'm going to find the silver line. I'm going to find a way to win in the situation. You can go bring the darkest scenario to me. I'm going to find a win. I'm going to find a W in it somehow. You know, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it because I was taught to focus on the best part. And that's what I do. And I've been doing a lot of that here recently, man, because that's just the only way to live, man. You know, and that's why I'm here to talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness is important, man. I was talking to somebody about just manifesting, law of attraction, and just creating a reality that you would like to see for yourself. Just creating a better reality for yourself. And I had to tell this person, say, listen, people simplify the law of attraction, manifestation, or they simplify these laws, they simplify these principles and these techniques, but they leave out a lot too. You know, they tell you about affirmations, they tell you about mantras, they tell you about praying, they tell you about writing things down, they tell you about all of this. But a lot of times what they fail to leave out is, in order for you to truly attract the type of life or circumstances that you would like in your life, man, you got to rid yourself of envy, of hatred, jealousy, just that negative energy. You have to rid yourself of these feelings and emotions in order for you to truly attract the circumstances and the life that you would like to live. So a lot of times you will come across people who they doing all these affirmations, they doing the mantras, you know, they talking to themselves in the mirror, they repeating these phrases 40, 50, 60, 100 times a day. They writing things down in the journal, but they still not attracting the type of life that they would like to attract because they still harboring that negative energy. They still harboring that hate towards somebody that did something to them in the past. They still harboring that energy. And that energy is still the most dominant. They still harboring that envious energy, that hostile energy, whatever the negative energy is, they are still harboring that deep down. And we got to understand something. When you harbor that type of energy, when you suppress that type of energy, the only person that you are damaging is yourself. That's all that only person that you harming when you harbor that type of energy is yourself. So when you walking around with all this anger, with all this hatred, with all this animosity, you only hurting yourself at the end of the day. You're not harming this other person, fam. When you walking around despising another person for whatever they did to you back in the day, and rightfully so, whatever they did, it might have been crazy, it might have just been horrific. But if you walking around harboring that energy, guess what? It's only harming you. It's only harming you. It's only destroying you at the end of the day. And then a lot of people look at forgiveness and think forgiveness has something to do with the other person or the person that did something to you or the person that you're mad at. No, forgiveness is for oneself. Like when I'm talking about forgiveness, I'm talking about forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself for harboring that energy, for destroying yourself, for harboring that energy for this long. Man, release that energy. You know, what happened to you in the past, it happened to you. You know, you survived it, fam. You survived it. So now what you gonna do going forward? That's all that you literally can focus on. Going back into the past is not doing anything to help you move forward or elevate or evolve going forward in your life. Not at all. You know, so at some point, you got to release that energy. You got to, fam. You have got to. And I know people gonna come around, oh, that's easier said than done. I can't stand that phrase, and y'all know that. I hate that phrase. Can't stand when people use that phrase around me. Because notice when I'm describing what I'm describing, I didn't use words like easy, difficult, challenging, all of that. No, I don't use those terms because I don't really care. At the end of the day, I don't care if something is easy or complicated, but we have to do what's best for us. You have to do what's in your best interest, whether it's easy or not. So I don't care if something is easier said than done. I don't care if something is easy. I don't care if something is difficult. Just do what you need to do. You know, if you about elevation, if you about evolving, if you about being the best version of yourself, it don't matter if something is difficult. You're going to do what you need to do regardless. You know, I care about my health. So I changed the way that I was eating. I stick to a strict workout regimen. I stick to a strict food regimen. You know, it ain't necessarily easy. You know, it ain't necessarily easy, but I do it because I value my health. Let me say, it's not easy in regard to the consensus, you know, the popular vote. It's not easy to the masses, you know, but I made it easy because of my perception. But the person on the outside looking in, it's not easy for them to live how I'm living. But see, I eliminated, oh, this is going to be easy. This is going to be complicated. I don't view things through that lens. I look at something like, this is what I need to do in order for me to evolve or elevate. So I'm doing it. I don't care about it being challenging. You know, if something is challenging, that's great. If something is easy, guess what? That's still great. It don't matter. I'm still going to do it because I know this is going to make me a better person. This is going to lead to my elevation. So I'm going to do it regardless. So I don't care if something is easy or not. If it needs to be done, it's getting done. That's all I need to know. You know, so again, when you start hearing people such as myself break down things like forgiveness and telling you to release energy, don't tell me that that's easier said than done, because I don't care. I'm telling you what you need to do in order for you to attract the life that you need or want to attract to yourself. So therefore, just do it. Just start implementing it. You know, stop viewing things through that easy or difficult lens. Forget all of that. Just do what you need to do. When people dropping jewels on you and giving you the game, stop calling things easy or stop calling things hard. Stop calling things complicated. Stop doing that. Because the moment you look at something and say, well, that's hard to do or that's difficult, you have now just created that reality for yourself. So you literally just made it complicated via that perception. That's what you just did. And I tell people this all the time, even as a trainer. You know, it's like going to a track and we about to do a workout where we about to run around this track. And I tell you, all right, give me 8 laps. And before you start the 8 laps, you already in your mind like, man, you want me to run around this thing 8 times? I ain't gonna be able to do that. Now you're not gonna be able to do it because your mindset before you even start. Opposed to the person that, when I say, man, well, give me 8 laps. As soon as I tell them that, they're like, all right, bet, let's go. Boom. That person gonna knock them out easily. Easily. Just do it. Like we here, I told you what to do. Just do it. You telling me, man, 8 laps, that's a lot. You only harming yourself. You only making it more complicated on yourself. Just do it. The sooner you start, the sooner you finish. The more you sit around there telling yourself how hard something is, the worse you're going to make this whole process. So again, I don't care about anything being easier said than done. None of the changes I've made in my life were so-called easy. But guess what? I did them anyway. And forgiveness is one of those things. Forgiveness is one of those things, man. You gotta forgive yourself, fam. You gotta forgive yourself, fam. You gotta forgive yourself for harboring that energy. You gotta forgive yourself for where you are at if you are not satisfied in life. If you're not satisfied with your positioning in life right now, You got to forgive yourself for that because it's your fault. It's your fault. You know, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world, you know? So if your external circumstances are not to your liking, that is a reflection of your internal circumstances. So it's your fault. It's your fault. So you got to forgive yourself. Like, man, I'm not where I need to be, or I'm not where I want to be in life because of me, because of my perceptions, because of how I'm viewing the world, because of how I'm viewing myself, because of how I'm viewing people around me. It's your fault. Accept that accountability and responsibility. Forgive yourself. And now let's get it going forward. Let's tap in to Renzo, Dominique, Blaze, peace to everybody tapping in. Like, for real, man, you got to forgive yourself, man. You got to forgive yourself. But what we do, a person that doesn't practice forgiveness, one thing that they do is they have the victim mentality. So they blame everybody else for their current circumstances in life. The moment you take on that attitude or mentality, you will never evolve, you will never grow, you will never elevate. If when you sit back and you analyze your current position in life and your conclusion is that it's everybody else's fault, or the reason why I'm where I'm at today is because of what such and such did to me 12 years ago, or the reason why I'm here where I'm at today is because of what my mother did to me 30 years ago. Like, if that's your mentality, you're never going to grow. You're never going to evolve. You're never going to prosper because you're not going to look at where you are at in your life right now as your fault. You're not going to think you have anything to do with it. So if you don't think you have anything to do with it, then why would you change yourself? Because you don't think you have a problem. You don't think there's a problem with yourself. You feel like you are here, you are in the position that you are in because of everybody else. So why do I need to change? It's their fault. The reason why I'm not succeeding is because of what other people did for me. It's because of the barriers and obstacles that other folks putting up. So that ain't got nothing to do with me. So why I need to change? It's a victim mentality. You ain't gonna never evolve. Man, you gotta look in that mirror and say, all right, boom. I'm here today because of how I'm perceiving things, some of the moves that I made that were incorrect. I need to learn from these things. I need to focus on what I can control. But a person that doesn't implement forgiveness, they blame everybody else. The reason why they are where they are today is because of everybody else. Like, straight up. Bonafide, what's happening? What's happening? 777, peace, what's happening? But that's one of the main one of the main things you will see. One of the main traits of a person that doesn't practice forgiveness, they blame everybody else. Blame everything and everybody else for their current position in life. It's a main trait. Got to get out of that habit, man. Again, yeah, you went through life and people did some things to you. Can't control what other people do to you. Guess what? People did some things to you in the past that you didn't like. And guess what? You keep living long enough, people gonna keep doing things to you that you're not gonna like. What can you do? That's people for you. That's life. You know what I'm saying? Things are gonna happen to you courtesy of people that you're not gonna necessarily be too fond of. But what you can control is how you perceive what is happening or what has happened. You can change your perception. You can take a lesson from it. Even if that lesson is, I can't associate with this person. That's a lesson. Now you know. Or even if the lesson is, all right, man, this person did me like this 30 years ago. What were the traits of this person? How was this person acting? So now when you see similar traits in a person now, then it's patterns mathematics. Like, man, this person 30 years ago treated me like this, or they did me like this, and this is how they act. And now I'm dating this person 30 years later and they acting like this. That's insight. That just helps you. So you went through a traumatic situation, but now you know what type of people to avoid 30 years later. So again, yeah, that was a traumatic experience, but if you look at it the right way, now you're able to save yourself going forward because see, you survived that traumatic experience. So now to prevent yourself from walking into another one, you're able to put pieces together like, hold on, You expressing the same behavior as my such and such that did this to me when I was 12. Nah, we ain't fooling with this individual. So that's how you take the lesson out of things. Instead of looking at the worst part of it and settling on the worst part, please find something beneficial from what happened to you. For real. Now I'm telling you, it's a best part. It's a best part. It's a lesson in everything. May sound cliche, but how many people actually practice that? Not too many people actually practice that. Not too many people. It's a lot of people. You hear the cliche, it's a lesson in everything, but most people don't practice that. Most people just focus on being traumatized. Most people just focus on the worst part. Most people just focus on the traumatic event or the trauma that they gathered from the event. Most people don't say, boom, this was a traumatic event, but what can I learn from it? Most people don't do that. Even though they've heard it's a lesson in everything. Most people don't put that into practice. And that's real. That's real. Most people don't do it. So we gotta start putting that stuff into motion. We gotta start putting these cliches that we hear all the time into motion. Straight up. Trappers, Yasan, Ray, Nisi, peace, what's happening? Oh yeah, Blaze, for sure. And again, the more difficult something is to me, I like a challenge, so to speak. You know, the more complicated something is, it just makes it that much greater. You know, the feeling. It makes that feeling of euphoria. It makes it that much greater, fam. When you actually accomplish whatever it is, when you complete it. You know, if something was extremely difficult, I don't know about y'all, man, but when you conquer something that was extremely challenging, man, you feel like you on top of the world when you know what I'm saying, when you accomplish it, when you finish it, complete it, whatever. But when something is easy and you accomplish it, man, you don't feel like nothing. It's like weightlifting. Once again, I can tie everything back into weightlifting because that's what I do. I train. If I go, you know, when I deadlift 135 pounds, even 225 for me, it's like when I deadlift 225, I don't feel like nothing. That's easy. I can do that in my sleep. So that doesn't I don't feel good about deadlifting 225. Like that's nothing. Like that's just, I'm warming up. But when I put 430 pounds, 500 pounds, and I pick that up, man, you can't tell me nothing. Like I feel great for the rest of the day. I feel great. You know, so when the weight is easy, when I'm lifting easy weight, I don't feel like nothing. Like it's nothing. It's easy. Like this was absolutely nothing. It didn't take me much to do that. But when I got to pick up 430, 500, man, it took a lot for me to get this up. You know, it took a lot of effort. It took a lot of energy. So when I picked that up, oh, we going to highlight that victory. We going to talk about that victory. We going to jot that victory down for the books. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the more complicated something is, it makes it feel that much greater when you actually conquer it. You know, and anybody that's been in the weightlifting world know exactly what I'm talking about. When weights are light, man, you don't even, it don't do anything for you. Don't give you that rush. But when you pick up some weights you ain't never picked up before, oh yeah, game over. You know, game over. All them endorphins that they say get released when you work out, them endorphins are multiplied 1,000-fold when you pick up some weight or something that you never picked up before, you know, and you exercising that strength because it was challenging. You ain't think you was able to pick that up and you done worked your butt off and now you picked it up. They can't tell you nothing. They can't tell you anything. Been there, done that. And I apply that to life. You know, I apply a lot of my gym lessons, weightlifting lessons to life. You know, you can learn a lot by analyzing yourself in the gym, man. And you can apply these same lessons to life. You know, I can take a lot of weightlifting lessons, break them down to you, and you could apply it to life. And vice versa. I could take a lot of life lessons and apply it to the weight room. You know, straight up. You know, I learned a lot of life lessons by lifting weights. Straight up. Straight up. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. By lifting weights, you know, exercising in general. Whether it's lifting weights, whether it's running, whatever it is that I choose for my activity. But I've learned a lot. You know, straight up. All Dominique, man, for sure. You know, and hey, shout out to Uncle CT, you know. But yeah, I stayed tapped into his videos, man. Just stayed tapped in. Stayed tapped in back in the day. Stayed tapped in. You know, had you doing a bunch of reps with a weight that you didn't even think you could do 5 times. Had you doing that weight 15 times, you know. Feeling amazing. So again, I don't really care about something being difficult. I don't care about something being easy. Matter of fact, I prefer the difficult. I prefer something that's challenging. I don't like the easy path. I don't like the easy route. It doesn't feel rewarding. You know, when somebody gives me something that's simple, I'm looking at you like, man, come on, give me something else. Trappers, what you say? I think forgiveness is easy. What's hard is to forget and let it go. And I think that's so see, this the thing about forgiveness. You don't have to forget. You don't have to forget what happens to you. See, the thing of it is with forgiveness. The thing about forgiveness is it's just acceptance, fam. Like you accept what happened to you, because what can you do? At the end of the day, whatever happened to you in the past, like literally, what can you do? You can't go back and be like, oh, okay, this didn't happen to me. No, it did. The only thing you can do is literally like accept it for what it is. Such and such did me like this 30 years ago. And now you make a decision on said person. Like, I don't rock with what they did to me. So therefore, this relationship is going to be like that. It's acceptance. But I'm not about to harbor negative energy or hostility towards a person. See, this is the thing. I can forgive a person, not forget what they did, and also not harbor hostile energy towards the person. If y'all get where I'm going with it. You know, boom, this happened to me. Boom, you the culprit. All right, I forgive myself for allowing this to destroy my health and my life all these years. I accept what has happened to me. I don't rock with this person. I don't necessarily hate you. I don't have any animosity towards you. I accept what you did. You showed me your true colors in regards to what you did. I accept that. So now I don't rock with you going forward, and my life is peaceful. I cannot rock with a person and not hate them, not have animosity towards them. You did something to me. I don't like what you did. I have accepted what you did. And in my eyes, this is the type of person that you are based on what you did. And now I'm not rocking with you going forward. But I don't have any animosity. And I'm going to let you know I don't rock with you. Hey, you did me like this 30 years ago. You ain't never apologized, or even if you did apologize, the apology in my eyes was weak. So going forward, it'd be cool if we disconnect. I don't want to have any type of relationship with you going forward. That's gonna bring peace to my life. But I don't have to walk around with all this animosity, all this hatred. You know, when you're doing that, that's what's killing you. You know, but you can forgive yourself for what has happened to you. You accept what happened to you in the past because it happened. Nothing you can do. You can't go back and say, oh, this didn't happen, because it did. I accept it. This happened to me. I went through this. And I live to tell my story. And then you make a decision in regards to whoever it was that did these things. So you make a decision. You know, am I going to forgive them too and allow them to come back in my life and us to have or try to establish a better relationship? Or I don't care for what they did, and I don't care to have a relationship. Either option is cool, as long as you ain't walking around with hostile energy, this negative energy towards it. Either option. You know, if you choose to forget a person and want to try to reestablish a relationship, that's cool. Hope it works out for you. Then on the flip side, if you say, man, I'm not rocking with this person. I don't hate him, but I don't want to have a relationship with him. It's also cool. And I hope that works out for you as well. Either option is cool. But what's not cool is walking around hating the person. Walking around with all this animosity. Because again, that hatred that you harbor, That hatred is housed within you. You know what I'm saying? So that hatred ain't going to them. It's the hatred is within you. So that's messing you up. That's messing up your decision-making abilities. That's distorting your perception of reality. You know, that's messing you up big time. So again, man, you gotta make a decision in regards to what happened. Needed, what's happening? Peace, what's happening? But yeah, I see we tapped in. And Nisius, hey, for sure. And again, pain, everything boils down to acceptance. Y'all done seen me on man, I think I done lost a loved one every man, every year. I feel like we done lost somebody close. You know? I feel like I done lost somebody close like every year for the past 4 or 5 years. Somebody that was dear and dear to me. And people see how I respond to these things, like my family members see how I respond to these things. They go, man, how do you do that? Because I accept what happened. And then again, people, even with pain, it's an acceptance. You know what I'm saying? It's acceptance. Like when I, even just physical pain, like when I go to situations where I know I'm going to feel some pain, I accept the fact that this is what I'm going to feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I accept it. Like, man, this might be a little painful. I accept it, and it allows me to better handle the pain. So even when it's death, even when it's betrayal, and this is my thing with betrayal, I don't even, that stuff don't bother me these days because I have a whole completely different outlook. Betrayal would never bother me because this is the way I view people. Everybody in my life has the ability to betray me. People may look at, oh man, that's pessimistic. That's negative. Why would you say that? No, I don't put anything past anyone. We live in a world where you see people, you see sons shooting and killing their mothers. You know, you see spouses killing one another. You know, you see mothers killing their children. Like you see all of this going on, fam. We see all of this happen. So anybody is capable. Anybody is capable. And that's just life. I don't have this expectation in my life that due to a relationship that we have, or a relation, or whether it's blood, whatever, I don't look at things through a lens like, oh, such and such will never do me like that because that's my cousin, or she'll never do me like that because that's my mom's. I don't look at life like that. Everybody's capable. At any moment, somebody can change up on you and do you dirty and betray you. Now, again, that's not a reality. That's not a reality that a lot of people like to think. You know what I'm saying? But it is a reality. At any given moment, your moms can betray you. Like any given moment. Your pops can betray you. Your moms can betray you. Your grandparents can betray you. This happens in life. People get betrayed by their moms every day. And I'm not even talking about moms that never were anything. I'm talking about people get betrayed by their moms after having a loving relationship with them for 30, 40 years. It happens. It's life. No, we dealing with people. I can't control people. You know, I can't control how my mom's lives. I can't control how my mom moves. I can't control how my pops move. Like at any given moment, they can switch up on me and do me dirt. You know, so it's not gonna throw me off. Because everybody is capable. Everybody is capable of doing you dirty. You know, so that's why when I watch interviews or see people talk about something when something happens, oh man, I've never believed such and such was capable of doing that. Mistake number one. Why would you not believe that? I don't care what type of energy they was giving off while you encountered them. Everybody has the possibility to snap. Everybody has the ability to snap. Everybody has the ability to snap. You know, that's what everybody has that ability. So it doesn't surprise me. You know, I'm never shocked. I'm never surprised because I don't put anything past anyone. You know, everybody around you is capable of doing good to you. Everybody around you is capable of doing some bad to you. And that's just life. There's nobody in your life that has done 100% good by you, and there's nobody in life that's done 100% bad by you. Like I promise you, it's a mixture of both. You got people in your life that's been in your life ever since you were born that did you dirty. and that did you good at the same time. I promise you. You know, if you look close enough, I promise you, the people that's closest to you right now, they do you the dirtiest. It's proximity. They gonna do you the dirtiest because you with them most of the time, or you communicate with them most of the time. You know, so again, don't surprise me, don't shock me. Like I got family members. You know, we got family members that's known thieves. They steal. Got family members that steal. So this is my thing. When I go around a family member that I know is that steals, that I know is a thief. If I go around this family member with some valuables and they steal from me, that's my fault. I'm not gonna be the one like, man, I can't believe cuz stole from his own cousin. He's a thief. He ain't gonna discriminate. He not gonna be like, oh man, I'm a thief, but my cousin brought all this money around me. I ain't gonna steal from cuz. Even though I'm a thief, I ain't gonna steal from cuz because that's my cousin. No. What I'm gonna do is, okay, cuz a thief. I'm not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and think he won't steal from his cousin. So I got this wad of cash on me. I ain't bringing it around, cuz. Or if I bring it around, cuz, I'm gonna hold it tightly. But I'm gonna make that move, because he can, just like he'll steal from a stranger, he will steal from me too. You know, in the moment I let my guard down around cuz and my money comes up missing, it's my fault, because I knew that my cousin is a thief, and I still chose to come around cuzzo with some valuables, and he did exactly what is in his nature to do at this moment. He stole. That ain't nobody's fault but mine. Now, if I didn't know he was a thief and I came with these values, then that's a whole different ball game. But when I got the knowledge, man, he be stealing. He's a thief. He's a thief. I'm just not gonna bring my valuables around him. I know how to rock with the cuz that's a thief. I didn't rock with him before. I know how to be around the family member that steals and still have a good time. I know how to be around. Like, I don't agree with you stealing, but I know how to be around you and be able to function. I'm not gonna bring my valuables. I'm gonna keep my eye on you around certain things. I'm gonna watch you. I know how to be around you. You know, I'm not letting my guard down because you cuzzo. Nah, cuzzo a thief. So if we go in this store, hey, don't you hey, if I drive up in here, we go into the store, I might not take you to the store first and foremost. That might be the decision I make. But if we in a situation where we have to go to the store, then we finna have this talk, and you finna stay with me this whole round. Make sure you ain't stealing nothing out the store when you with me. You know what I'm saying? I know how to deal with this person. But see, we be ignoring these things. We give people benefits of the doubt. Oh man, this is my best friend. I've been knowing such and such. I've been knowing such and such for 15 years. They'll never do this. Why wouldn't they? Within this 15-year span, they didn't already did some questionable things. They didn't lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like they might have stole a little bit from you. See, it'd be crazy when you start really tapping into relationships and friendships. And when people start saying, man, oh, they'll never do me like that. But then when you break down the entire relationship, you find moments where this stuff didn't already happen. Oh, that's my best friend. They'll never lie to me. But they lied to you. They lied to you several times within this friendship. So why you don't think they'll do it again? Oh, that's because this is something big. Hey, what? They lied to you for some small stuff. They'll lie to you for some big stuff. Man, trappers, hey, this is what I was talking about though. It can hit hard all day long. It ain't even, it can hit hard. It can be painful. But my thing is always acceptance. You looked up to somebody, they did you wrong. I accept it. There's nothing else I can do. The only thing I literally can't, that's literally, we got to deal with the logic. Then that's all I'm dealing with. The only thing that you can do at that moment is accept what has happened. Because if you entertain any other energy, you about to destroy yourself. And you about to go down a path that you do not need to go down. You know, you're going to start thinking revenge. You're going to start thinking envy. You're going to start thinking just hatred, animosity. And then your health going to decline. Or you're going to put yourself in a bad situation. Now you're locked up. or something, or you think something happened. You know, we see revenge killings and all this type of stuff all the time. You know, again, accept the pain. Like, man, I looked up the big bruh and they did me dirty. They betrayed me. Yeah, that's painful. Accept that pain. But at the same time, accept what has happened and don't let that cloud your judgment and your perception and your energy moving forward. It can be painful. It can be painful for sure, man. Accept it. Accept that pain. Embrace that pain for the time being. But then at some point, we got to move forward. And you moving forward is, hey, big bruh betrayed me. It was messed up. It hurt me a little. But now I'm not rocking with such and such. You know, now we going to move forward. we going to evolve and grow. You know, when they say things like the best revenge is success and all of that, like that's what it is. That's what it is. At some point, you got to tap back in with self. Because again, you can't control the actions of others. All you can do is control how you perceive it and what you do going forward. That's it. That's it, man. Whatever happened to me yesterday, it happened to me. What can I do to go back and change it? Nothing. You know, it happened to me. It was some decent stuff that happened to me yesterday. It was some stuff that irritated me slightly yesterday, but that's gone. It happened. Boom. What can I do to better my life going forward? Starting right now, which is the best time to always start for everything, is right now. Don't start Monday. Don't start Tuesday. Don't start Wednesday. Start right now. The best time. We be postponing things. I'm gonna get my life together at the beginning of next month. I'm gonna get my life together on Monday. Nah, start now. Implement these changes now. When you come across some information, when you come across some energy, when you come across things to implement, do it now. Stop waiting. Stop waiting, for real. You know, stop waiting. And again, like I say, I know things can be hard. Trust me. I done had things done to me recently by people who I've been knowing my whole life. You know, so I'm speaking from experience. You know, this ain't something where I'm just speaking of philosophy and I ain't had to implement these things myself. You know, I didn't have to disconnect from family members because some unfavorable things happened to me. I'm like, man, I'm not rocking with y'all as long as this the energy in the atmosphere. And I don't feel no way about it. Back in the day, I might have felt some type of, if I had to disconnect from family members after some nonsense, I would have been feeling guilty. You know, I would have been feeling guilty. I would have been feeling bad. Like, dang, man, I ain't talked to such and such in a minute, man. That's the fam. Like, I can't do them like that. Now, if you do something to me and I'm not fond of it, hey, you in trouble because I don't care. We don't have to have a conversation. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to feel guilty. The guilt is gone. If you did something to me and I didn't do anything to you to provoke that act, and you know that this is not something that I fool with, you better cancel Christmas. The next time I come around you or have a conversation with you or enter any type of dialogue with you is when I choose to. If I choose to. And then the terms of that dialogue is going to be completely different than the time before. It ain't going to be the same thing. Ain't going to be the same thing. So now it's completely, I've shifted everything. You know, like I say, I used to feel guilty. Dang, man, I can't not talk to such and such. I don't care about that now. If you disturbing my peace, if you disturbing my energy, if you knocking me off my square, you know what I'm saying? If you got me getting off of my square, nah, we good. We good. I don't have time for that at all. Like, I don't have time for anything to be disturbed. I got time for it. You know, I value my health. I value my health too much for that. Hey, TZ, appreciate the cash out. I value my health nowadays. You know, what they call being selfish. You know, I don't have a problem. I feel like you got to be selfish in order to elevate these days in regards to your emotions, your feelings, your health, you know, because if you're not, and nobody else is going to look out for you, you know, so you got to look out for self when it comes to your health mentally and physically. So I'm selfish in that regard. You know, so anybody that's violating that, you gotta go. Gotta get disconnected. You know, if you come into my cipher and you bringing the vibe down, you gotta get up out of here. I'm sorry, you gotta go. Like, I'm sorry. You guys to go. Get yourself together, man. Then come back and holler at me. And then I'll make a decision off of that. You know, I'm striving to do some work. I'm striving to evolve and elevate. I don't need anybody that's not on that type. I just don't need that around me. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not on that, if you on this nonsense, you can go play with them folks over there. They on that what you on. I'm not though. And I don't feel bad about telling folks that. I don't feel bad at all. Eli, what you say? You say, can you speak on the action of a trespass versus the intent, for example, being stolen from, but that person thinking the reason is right? With insight about a situation, I'm thinking the line is too thin. Hold on. So this is the way I view that. Because you say, for example, being stolen from, but that person thinking the reason is right. Listen, if we got two people, and I'm gonna use myself as an example. We all got things that we just don't tolerate from other people. We should all have those things. We should all have a set of principles, and it's just certain things, boundaries, and all that. It's certain places where we just draw the line. Like, if you do this, violation, ain't no coming back from that. To me, stealing from me, that's one of them. I don't care there is no right reason to steal something from me. There's no right reason. What that person is trying to do, if somebody is trying to convince you that they stole something from you and it was a right read, they had a reason behind it, and they trying to justify it, they trying to guilt trip you. Oh man, the reason why I took this from you is because of X, Y, and Z, because I know you would have never. They trying to guilt trip you. There is no right reason to do something like that to a person. It's just not a right reason. Especially if a person don't fool with that. Hey, some people might accept being stolen from, you know, but if you one of those ones where stealing from you is a violation, a major violation, there's no right reason for that. There is no right reason for that. And I ain't trying to hear that. Some things are not up for negotiation. Some things are not. Some things are just not up for that. Elijah, appreciate the cash app. Some things are just not up for that. Like, some things we don't have. See, this is where we walk into problems. When we try to talking things out, sometimes gets us in trouble. Some things I don't need to have a conversation about. Some things I don't need to know why you did it, because I don't care. You did it. I don't even want to know why you did it. You stole from me. I don't need to know. Well, hey, why you steal from me? I don't care. You stole from me. So boom, that's it. The moment you start asking, hey man, why you steal from me? I thought we was cool. And they finna give you these garbage justifications, or they finna give you these garbage reasonings. And that might get you. They might get you with it. They might guilt trip you. They might do all that. They might sweet talk their way back into some type of friendship or relationship. Nope. Some things we don't need to have a conversation about. Somebody put their hands on my mama. I don't need to go ask them why they slapped my mama. You about to get dealt with. I don't need to walk up to his bro like, hey, why you put your hands on my mama? No, a grown man put his hands on my mama. We not asking any questions. I'm not asking questions. why you slap my mama like that? Nah. Some things we just don't need to have a conversation about. Some things I don't need to know why you did it. And that's just what it is. So when people violate certain things, in my world, it's just no coming back from certain things. And I'm not even gonna have a conversation. Now, we're not gonna negotiate nothing. We're not gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk this thing out. Nope. This is what you did. All your justifications, all your reasons, you can keep that. You can keep that to yourself. Take that with you to your grave. I don't want to hear it. And we gotta learn how to move like that when it comes to certain things in life. You know, stop talking things out with some of these wicked folks. And that's how these people end up back in your life. I see this a lot with these relationships. You be in this toxic relationship, and every time somebody do something dirty, y'all talking things out. And then y'all right back in the relationship. And then 2 months later, something else didn't happen. Then y'all talk it out again. And it just keep repeating itself. Hey, man, some things, man, it's just like, all right, hold on. We don't need to talk about this. You just did this. I'm finna make this decision. I don't want to know why you did it. I don't want to hear no justification. I don't want to hear no reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like, something I just don't want to hear it. That'd be the problem. Some of y'all be allowing a lot of these people to tell y'all some BS. That's one of the major problems. Y'all be sitting here, y'all be allowing these people to tell y'all a bunch of BS. And they gonna scam y'all right back into some type of relationship or right back into some type of friendship. They gonna scam y'all right back into it. Gonna guilt trip y'all right back into it. Oh man, I only did that because of it. Y'all, I know y'all done heard it. And cuz I only took that from because I knew if I would have asked you, man, you wouldn't have gave it to me. Well, then you damn right. So then you saying you stole it for that reason, it don't make it any better. If you knew I wasn't gonna give it to you, so you stole it. And now your reason is because, man, I knew you weren't gonna give it to me if I asked you. So I just went on and took it. That doesn't make me feel better about why you did what you did. That makes it worse. So I don't want to hear that. You know, but we sit here and we entertain a bunch of the foolishness. We allow these people to tell us this trash, and then we end right back up in a toxic situation. See it all the time. See it all the time. See it, hear about it, read about it all the time. Straight up. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I gotta make a move. I ain't have much time. I gotta get back up to this gym, man. I gotta make my second smoothie. Hop in the shower, do all that type of good stuff, man. So, hey, I appreciate Cash Apps, man. I appreciate the comments, questions, all that type of good stuff, man. Hey, it's always peace tapping in with y'all and building. You know, I'm gonna try to value getting some rest this weekend, man. So I won't be tapping in this weekend. Be trying to catch up on some rest. You know, that's my objective for the weekend. I don't know what y'all got going on for the weekend, but my objective is to get me some rest, catch up on the rest for sure. You know, I gotta get me some sleep out here, man. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. I'm gonna let y'all get back to enjoying y'all Friday. Y'all be easy out here, man. Y'all stay healthy. I'm out though. Peace.